Oh, hey there, and welcome back to our CPSS Online Learning Corner and my English Corner video. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about a very super amazing topic, that is suffix and prefixes in English. Dear learners, actually, it's very important for changing different parts of speech for different meaning, right? And at the same time, it plays an important role in better English, okay, and to be fluent in English. So dear learners, get started right now. Dear learners, here you can see you can see here a circle. In the circle, suppose this is the center of a circle. Here you can see the very common word in English, not and opposite. So you guess today I'm gonna talk about some prefixes and suffixes in English that gives the meaning not, okay, not or opposite of. So dear learners, here you can see 7 prefixes and suffixes in English, because I want to let you know the negative prefixes and suffix to make a word meaningful in different senses, right? Learner, first you can see this, in, im, an, miss, il, ir, and there is one less. In this circle, there are 7 prefixes and 1 suffixes here, learners, that give the meaning in negative sense. Okay, let's get. Here in the column you can see first word is interest, like, cover, each, able. Okay, so learners, you know interest. If I want to add ed, there is an adjective, interested. Okay, but which type of prefix can I use here now? Learners, you can see, if you say disinterested, you can say misinterested, uninterested, interested. Actually, learners, suppose you can think we can use any prefixes before a particular word, but isn't correct. Actually, there is no particular rule here in English grammar or English language, but here you should keep in mind the common practice. That means for having a better practice, you can be familiar in using these words well. Okay, so learners, here you can see which prefixes can we use here now. Interested, can we use disinterested? Yes, of course. Learners, in this column you can see disinterested. Now, very easy. Disinterested, dislike, discover, disease, able, disable. Okay, so learners, in the second line you can see here uninterested, same, uninterested, unlike, uncover, uneach, unable. So here in the 2 lines, I want to point you to keep in your mind, in 2 lines there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, and totally here are 10 words, right? In these cases only we can use 2 kinds of prefixes, both prefixes like this and an we can use. Okay, but when we use this, and un, meaning should be changed. That means if you say disinterested, I am disinterested to support illegally, okay, but I am uninterested to go there, okay, learners. So there is a little difference between the uses of these two words, disinterested and uninterested, right? Accordingly, in case of these words are same, learners. So again, I'm telling for your better understanding, interested, you will say disinterested. Disinterested means impartial, neutral, unbiased, okay? If you are honest, you are always unbiased, disinterested to do any immoral work. But uninterested, when I say uninterested, that means unwilling. Uninterested means you are not willing to do any work. Okay? Clear? Yes. Accordingly, same, you will say dislike and unlike. If I write here unlike, you will say dislike. Dislike is a verb. Okay? At the same time, it can be used as noun also. I dislike the bad habit. I dislike drinking something harmful for our health. Okay? But unlike here is another parts of speech, that is preposition. Okay? It plays a being a prepositions in English sentence. Example, what? Unlike means different. Different is a word that is adjective, right? Same. Unlike is like that. The pen, if we say the pen are unlike, okay? They're not same, right? Learners, same. Discover, right? Discover means, you know, to invent something. There is existed already, right? But here you can say uncover. Uncover means to expose something, to get out something from the secret, very secret position, right? Next, each. Each, everybody wants to be in each situation, right? Each means here what? Comfort. Okay? But unease. Unease means what? Not comfort. So ease means comfort and unease means not comfort. Interested means impartial, but disinterested means what? Impartial as well. Interested means partial and disinterested means impartial, not partial. Dislike meaning here same, not like. Ease means not comfort, not ease. Able, here is the another word, another point for you to keep in mind. Able means the physical ability, physical strength, right? If you are physically strong, then you are able to do something, right? But here you can see unable. Unable is also like that same, but the little difference is disable means any part of your body isn't working well. Understand? That is, I can give you example. Impaired. The lady is an impaired one. Impaired means physically what? Impaired. Physically disabled to do any work for having no strength of any particular parts of body. Okay? But unable means the strength. You have no physical strength. Clear? So learners, in the line number 1 and 2, you are now sure of it because you can use these and un prefixes at the same time but in different meaning, right? Learners, clear? Okay, let's go to the next line. So justice, right? Actually justice is a very important and significant word because we need justice everywhere. Okay, learners, justice, here you can see next word is complete, deed, dependent, right? Learners, which prefixes can you use here? Please gaze for a while, think a little for a moment. Okay, time is over. Can you guess which prefixes can I use now? Yes, I think you are sure of it. Learners, here you can use in. I've already told you that all the prefixes give a negative meaning like not, right? Keep in mind. Here justice means what? Justice means the legal action, right? The legal procedures of something. But here injustice, not justice, like this, just what? Not just. Learners, complete. Sometimes we can have some people to hear incomplete. When any work is incomplete, they say usually incomplete, but they are not correct, right? But you, the educated one, shouldn't mistake. Okay, learners, here you can see not incomplete but incomplete. It's an incompleted work, right? Here misdeed. What is learner? Oh, sorry, here indeed. Indeed, did you know? Actually, did means work, any tasks, any activities. But here, when you use a prefix indeed, the parts of speech will be changed soon. Okay? Did means work, but when we use indeed, it's an adverb. Example, I can give you. I have done a good deed. Okay? Now, indeed, it was fantastic, right? So, indeed is an adverb, but did is a noun, right? At the very beginning, I told you when we use these prefixes and suffixes before or after a particular word, then meaning is changed, right? Learners, next word is dependent. Sometimes we make mistake using the word instead of freedom. Dependent means not independent, right? Here dependent means not independent. You can say independent day. Clear? Line number 2 is clear, I think. Now line number 4. Learners, here you can see BMP just with a star mark. Here is a matter for you to keep in mind. BMP, here is P, that means if any word starts with the very letter BMP, we should use a particular prefix, special prefixes here. What is that? Im. Learners, keep in mind. Im, import. Here you can see very nice. Port. Port is what? Port is a city or a town where ships loads and unloads goods. Suppose a naval port, an airport, right? Again, I'm telling you, port is a noun, but when you use import, it gives the meaning of verb. It turns into verb. Port is a place or city, right? A harbor. But import means to bring goods from another country, right? Sometimes our government imports foods and goods, rice, wheat from our neighboring country, India, right? Let's apply Fly means here, it's verb. Fly means to work, right? To move on. Okay, but here imply means what? To indicate something. It implies to a negative sense, right? Like this. Imbalance, balance and imbalance, right? Balance means what? Balance means a particular movement, a positive movement or sense, a change. But imbalance means not balance. Always you have in mind, all these prefixes, again I am telling you, give a negative meaning, not an opposite, right? Learners, here you can see now, balance, imbalance, here is polite. Here the word begins with P, here P, the word begins with B, that's why im, right? Polite, impolite. Polite means very gentle in behavior, but impolite, not polite. Okay, not polite and impolite is same. Immoral. Are we immoral people? No, we are moral. It's impossible for us to be moral in this earth, right? Learners, immoral means not mortal. Okay, so here learners, sometimes it's much more important when you go to change a sentence into simple, complex, negative, affirmative, interrogative, like this. In transformation cases in grammar item you need it. So let's go to the next line. Take, you can see, use, understand, pursue, lead. Very easy it is. Take means to put out something, right? To get something. This is take. But here you can use miss, mistake. Mistake means to make it wrong, to make a misdeed. Okay? To do something in the wrong way from the lost of our mind. Learners, misuse. Use is a positive word, but it's also verb. But misuse is also verb, but gives a opposite meaning. Learners, use, misuse. Use and misuse, these are opposite word. Use and misuse means not use. Understand, to perceive something positively. Understand, to realize. But misunderstand, to understand something in a wrong way. Okay? Learners, fortune. Fortune is a positive word, but misfortune. Misfortunes mean accident. Perhaps we may have fortune and misfortunes in our life. Lead. Lead means what? Lead means to give leadership to a particular community or people, but mislead. Mislead means to lead our life in a wrong way. Mislead here, learners, is the opposite to lead. Lead means to give authority to a particular people. Next, here legal, regular, literate, relevant, rational. Here which word we can use here? IL or if, right? Learners, very amazing to keep in mind. Here illegal. Legal is opposite to illegal. Same. Just again same. You can say not, meaning the not. Legal is very correct in a very authentic way, but illegal, not authentic, unauthentic. Irregular, what is? It's a positive word, but irregular. Sometimes we get some people or students to say unregular. Very partial and funny it is. Unregular, not their learners. Same like that, irregular. Same, literate. Literate means what? Literate means the educated, the learned, the people who have the letters knowledge. Okay? So illiterate, okay, relevant, something very what? Something very positive in sense and in topics. Here, relevant, irrelevant. Rational means argumentative, something positive, argumentative. But here, rational, irrational, right? It's not rational, right? To learners, you came to understand to practice and the perfect use of prefixes which give a negative meaning, not an the opposite sense, right? Learners, next one is what? Less. There is only here one suffix today. In this video you are getting with one suffixes. The six are prefixes and less is suffix. Very common one it is. Less is a very common suffix in English and it is always useful in our daily speech. Okay, learners, let's get. Less means what? Less means without. Without is the prepositions, the meaning gives nothing help. Here, especially another point you should keep in mind, that is, less is always placed after the parts of speech noun. Keep in mind, almost of the time, the suffix less is placed after the parts of speech noun. Here you can see help verb, and almost of the time it is used as noun. Helpless, you can see helpless, without help, right? I need your help. Okay, because I'm helpless, like this. Ear is noun, of course, noun. Earless, that means without ear. Fear means frustration, phobia. Fearless, not fear, or without fear. Care, careless, without care. Same. Aim, a particular purpose of your determination mind. Learners, aimless. Okay, like this. So you are now totally very sure of using the negative prefixes and one negative suffixes in English. Okay, let's get practice, have a better practice. I want to give you now exercise. You can see, learners, here you can see you should change the word which are written here in red color. Okay, honest officer is always. Which honest should be here among all? Honest officer is always interested to avoid justice as he believes in ethical morality, right? Learners, keep in mind, before changing the words and choosing the very perfect and correct prefixes and suffixes, you should go through the whole sentences, right? Here you can see the negative meaning, dishonest, right? That means not honest. Officer is always disinterested or uninterested. Here is the meaning, disinterested means not partial, to avoid justice, injustice. Here is the meaning, negative. So learners, let's know the meaning. Is always disinterested means impartial, to avoid injustice, that means he doesn't like injustice and immorality, right? Injustice, as he believes in ethical, that means the spiritual and the religious fact. Immortality means, here you know, mortality means must face death. No existence will be in this earth if it has life. So immortality. Learners, next. So he is never rational and care of morality. Here the meaning is, that's why he is never irrational. Irrational. Not irrational means not rational. And care. Care is a noun. What? Here learners, you can see, here is the caps. Here you should use suffix. What is that? Never careless. Okay, learners. And never careless of morality. Okay, the meaning is that, in fact, all must suffer from ease for any deed. Again, same. This is true. This is a true lesson for. That means you should keep in mind it. Every action has its opposite reactions. If you do any wrong in your life, if you mingle yourself in all kinds of illegal activities, you have to suffer. You have to account for it and account to the Almighty Allah. To learners, you say, in fact, all must suffer from ease. Here, you know, ease means comfort, but what's the opposite word of ease? Disease, right? Very common word it is. Disease for any deed. Deed means work. Deed means any work, any action. But here we can use misdeed. Misdeed means a very illegal work. Okay, a work that is not good for your personality. So learners, in today's video, I believe you will that you've come to know some important prefixes and suffixes in English, right? There is a lot of suffixes and prefixes in English that we're going to practice in our next sessions, right? So learners, I believe you will apply your learning and lessons from today's videos, and I think you understand well, and it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. That means a very amazing mood for you to offer you to our next sessions. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe my channel English Corner BD. Okay, so learners, thank you very much, and thank you all. Welcome to our next corner, right? Bye.